Morning, everybody. It's February 6th, day before the Sonority Elk here, about 10:15 in the morning. Just wanted to give everybody a little quick update on what's going on with the very front edge of 12 green. As you can see here, I'm out trying to do some work. The problem that we have with 12 green is, and we have this problem with other greens, 2 and 5, 14, 11. 10 has some issues as well, is what we call collar dams. Collar dams are, as you can kind of see here, I don't know if it's so hard or it's easy to see on video, but I'm sure you all have probably noticed it at some point. And if you haven't, it'll be pretty easy for you to see it now. But a collar dam is basically exactly what it is. The collar of the green is creating a dam. You can see here the approach, the collar coming right directly off the front of the green is actually higher than the green itself. The putting green is extremely bad for that, which I actually got a pretty interesting picture I'll send out where back in the 50s, that putting green was completely flat with the concrete around it. I know it's kind of hard to imagine considering how built up everything is around it now, but that just kind of shows top dressing, aerification, and the effects that it has long-term on a golf course if we're not out in front of maintaining the course the way that it needs to be. The only real way to kind of solve this problem is by getting the sod cutter out. We have the sod cut into front part of the green as well as down into the approach, into the collar area, and regrade it, reshape it to help the green itself drain from back, whereas the way the 12 green is sloped from back to front, all the water comes down, and unfortunately it just sits right here and creates a little puddle. That is exactly why the grass on the front of 12 green is pretty much all smoked. I have put a ton of grass seed in here, some sand, obviously the half-inch of rain that we got last night here and a little bit here this morning is not helping that cause at all. But what I've done, and this is just a short-term fix, is pretty much do exactly what I did up at the putting green by putting a little drain cap with a piece of pipe in the ground that will just simply help kind of drain the water straight down. When I took the cup cutter and I went down, I hit a pretty hard layer about 1.5 feet down. And by breaking through that layer and getting the pipe in the ground, hopefully it will help drain this area and not make it as sloppy. So how this will affect you guys is if your ball does come to rest in any area where this little drain cap will affect your putt or affect your shot, please just move the ball off to the side. It's a pretty simple thing to do. Again, we're stuck with minimal resources here and ways to actually do the job properly, so we got to kind of adapt to what we are able to do to try to make a bad situation the best it can possibly be. And for right now, this is the only temporary fix that we can do in-house here. So I will be presenting these projects to the board and something to start doing this fall. We're kind of past the time of doing it right now with the season right around the corner. But we do need to address these. As you can see, we have some pretty significant turf loss here in the front of 12 green. I will be coming in here at some point, not today with how saturated everything is, and taking some plugs and from our nursery green and putting some plugs in here to try to condense down this bad area of the green. But again, it's a temporary fix that will help out a little bit. But again, if you see yourself in a problem or in a spot to where this little cap is a problem with your shot, just please simply move it off to the side and continue playing. Thank you very much.